Halo, balik lagi dengan gue Sahdan dari Dunia Games. Di episode kali ini, gue mau nanya lagi nih ke Riot Games tentang seberapa besar sih perubahan League of Legends PC ke League of Legends Wild Rift. Nah, buat kalian yang udah penasaran, yuk langsung cek videonya.
So, this is going to depend on specifics, right? So, and my short answer is we're actually not planning on taking everything that League PC does. It's probably a little overly nerdy, but internally, I built this thing called the design hierarchy of authenticity, right? Which is like a multi-layered like pyramid, and then within that, there's multiple pyramids as well, kind of like sub-pyramids, that essentially tries to break down what elements are most critical for the game to still feel like League of Legends, right? And then what elements are not so critical. So like on a really important side, it's all comes down to champions. And that's where you'll see like the vast majority of our effort is on champions, making sure champions are unique, that they feel the same. That if I pick up Lee Sin in a Wild Rift and I pick up Lee Sin on PC, it still feels like the same character, even if there's smaller differences. Now, that's on like the most critical. So like you'll see something, for example, if we're going to do a character remake or an update on PC, we will absolutely update that same character on Wild Rift. That's because that's super important for us. On the other end of the spectrum, in terms of the less important stuff, it's a lot of specifics around like items, around like map pacing and flow and that kind of stuff. Some of that's important still, for sure, but a lot of it is just going to inherently be different. You know, we're on a smaller map, we're on a different game pacing, we have a different set of champions, right? Like, and we have different controls, right? So like the way our active items work are just not going to work the same as on PC when you can have 7 actives at one time. So, we will take a bunch of the stuff, but we're not necessarily going to take everything. And so it kind of comes down to almost a case-by-case basis of what we're going to sort of adopt and what we won't adopt. At the same time, we do work very closely with League of Legends PC. Obviously, right now we're working from home, but when we're not working from home, we actually sit in the same area of the office. Our designers just work together all the time. At a minimum, I meet with them twice a week. Usually it's more often than that. And so we go over all these plans, go over all this preseason stuff about like, hey, what can we adopt, what we can't, what would work well for one game and vice versa.
Gimana? Udah paham kan? Jadi emang nggak semuanya bakal diterapin ke League of Legends Wild Rift. Dan untuk sekarang mereka bakal lebih fokus ke champion karena pengen ngerasa feel main champion yang ada League of Legends PC itu sama yang ada di Wild Rift. Dan ada beberapa hal juga yang mungkin ada perubahan ya dari League of Legends PC, kayak item yang dimana League of Legends PC lu bisa pakai item aktif sampai 7, sedangkan di League of Legends Wild Rift lu cuma bisa 1 dan itu harus di-upgrade dari sepatu. Dan mungkin itu aja untuk episode kali ini. Nantikan episode berikutnya masih di YouTube Dunia Game bersama gue Sahdan. Dadah.